Hello world, today we're going to look at how to tell the difference between the first sets of Magic the Gathering. We're going to go all the way from Alpha to 4th edition. I'm looking at the Obsianus golem and the differences in that throughout time. And if you've seen this card before, you've probably played with it as a kid. It was quite popular back then. So these are the alpha and beta versions of this card. So what you're going to be looking for to tell whether it's beta or alpha is to look at there's no set symbol and there's no year down here at the bottom. It doesn't say 1993, and of course there is the black border which these two have. The way to tell whether it's alpha or beta, because those are the traits I just mentioned are the ones that they share, is the corners. So alpha cards have these weird corners, and you can see that they're much more rounded, and they also have sort of this alpha flip where they're just a little bit uneven, and they're all like that in alpha. So that is how you can tell the difference between alpha and beta. Moving on, we have some international edition and collector's edition cards. These are quite easy to tell because it tells on the back what it is. So okay, these were double sleeve for some reason. Okay, so on the back you will see gold first of all, and then it will say whether it's why can't I get that focused, international edition, or whether it is collector's edition. I wonder if this double sleeve as well. It is double sleeve, okay. Don't know why I did that, but there we go. Collector's edition. So that is how to tell international edition and collector's edition from the rest. Also, you will notice the pointy corners if you want to look at the front. That's how they were printed. So basically these first versions, they all had different corners. Alpha had very round corners. Beta had less rounded corners like we know them today, and then you have international and collector's edition over here which have pointy corners. Then we're moving on to something else which is also somewhat hard to tell. So alpha and beta are not that hard to tell when you have both the cards. Alpha cards will look odd to you. We also have revised and unlimited, and these are really hard to, not really hard, but these are hard to distinguish. So they share the trait of both having white borders. They don't have any set symbols. They don't have any year down here at the bottom. They only have the artist who made the painting, as they were back then. So how do you tell these two apart? Well, the easiest way is to look at the border of it. If I can just get that focused. Let's see if that's possible. There we go. You see that the unlimited version has this 3D, this beveled border, and the revised version has this very flat line down here. You can also see a difference in the font, but that might be harder to tell. And you can also see a difference in the color. The difference in color is pretty hard to see if you don't have both the cards. If you only have one of them, I tend to look at the border here, and if I'm in doubt, it's revised. The border can be hard to see in black cards, but that's just how it is. So compared to the others, these have white borders, and that's how you tell unlimited and revised from alpha, beta, collector's edition, and international edition. And the way you tell those two between each other is the border. Then what do we have here? Well, we have 4th edition. Let me just get that into the camera. And the difference between these two, so they're both 4th edition. One of them is an alternative version of 4th edition. So Wizards made some cards that weren't by Cardamundi, and they had some differences, especially around the colors. So if you ever happen to run into a 4th edition alternate, you can look at the A up here. It will be much darker than the usual A on the Magic card, and that goes all the way back to Alpha. The back is the same, so that's how you can tell these two apart. The chance of you running into a wild alternate 4th edition is very rare. Yeah, I wouldn't count on it. I've bought all mine. They aren't that expensive. And the last card is a little bit of a bonus. That is, if we can just get it focused, 6th edition. And I just added that just to show, yeah, there's also cards with set symbols and all that. And one thing I forgot to mention about the 4th edition is you can see, so you can see the years down here on 6th edition. That started with the first expansions, and we also have that on the 4th edition down here. So that's all I had for today. I hope you enjoyed looking at some cards. I get these sleeved up again, and this is a new channel, so I hope you will like and subscribe to help me out. I'm currently at 0 subscribers. And I'll try and post once in a while about old cards and new cards and whatever's on my mind when it comes to Magic the Gathering. And I really enjoy your comments. So keep it up and see you around.